The footsteps of Ernie Pyle class just returned from a spring break traveling extravaganza. We walked a lot, at least 70 miles, although Cody's group might have topped 80. We rode buses, cruised on high-speed trains, sailed on a ferry, crushed into a metro, crept into catacombs, rode a funicular, boated along the Seine, climbed St. Paul's, and even skipped along the shores of Normandy and Portsmouth.
We'll go down towards St. Paul's into the churchyard if the churchyard's open, and I'll start talking there. Okay? Any questions, anytime, ask. Otherwise, I'll assume you know everything.
Much of our travel was on guided tours. In London, Andy Rashley told us that 60,000 British civilians had died in World War II, half of them in London. But as Churchill said, London was big enough to look after itself. In Normandy, Anne-Sophie Durrell showed us where the Allies landed and fought so courageously against a barrage of German artillery. We also witnessed a somber flag ceremony at the American cemetery. In Paris, our first day, guide Valerie Walker led us around Montmartre, home of the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. Montmartre is also where many famous philosophers and artists like Picasso, Van Gogh, and Renoir lived.
Where the legend says that when he was carrying his head, he washed his head inside his fountain.
It's named Martyr after Saint-Denis, who was beheaded by the Romans and then climbed 7 kilometers up the hill, or perhaps stumbled around just a few meters, depending on who you believe. Our second Paris tour started at Notre Dame. Marjolaine Genois showed us inside where Napoleon crowned himself buffest guy in the gym, and also Holy Roman Emperor. We strode the same steps as the liberators of Paris took in 1944, where the proud French were shoved up front. We visited the Louvre courtyard, pausing to admire or criticize I.M. Pei's modernist pyramid. When we were not taking tours, we explored on our own. We sampled food, culture, and history at a more leisurely pace. We traveled a lot because Ernie did too. His war reporting took him to England, Ireland, France, Italy, Sicily, North Africa, and eventually the Pacific. Before that, he traveled throughout the United States. He spent his entire life on the road, mostly out of a sense of duty, but also because it was invigorating. He once wrote, "There are times when the life of a roving reporter is so thankless and bare that you feel you would rather dig potatoes for a living. But when you sit down and start remembering the things you have done and seen, and especially the things you have felt, then you know you want to keep going on."